Hello lovelies, how you all doing? I hope you're all staying safe in your households, with your families. I hope you're also trying to stay mentally safe. I know there's hard times that we're going through right now. We've been stay at home for about 2 weeks now, and I just hope that more people will do the right thing so that it makes it kind of worthwhile for all of us who've started a long time ago. I have seen, I've been on Facebook almost every hour, especially on all these cooking pages. And I've seen a lot of people struggling with ideas on what to do with long life staple foods and canned foods. They just don't know what to do with them. So I thought I'll just make a video about that, and I'm gonna show you some of the recipes that I make in my household while we're staying at home. But I kind of make these recipes on the normal days as well because it's cheap, and also because they taste really good and reminds me a lot of home. Okay, so these are some of the cans that I have in my household at the moment in our pantry, and that I'm using during this stay home lockdown thing. But there's definitely other things out there that I sometimes use. I just don't happen to have them right now. So I'm just gonna start with some easy things like tuna. We normally buy it in spring water. And there's two types of salads or meals but they're more like cold meals that you can do with these. One was my husband's favorite, is just some diced onion and the tuna, and you mix it well with a little of mayo, salt and pepper to taste, and voila, it's lunchtime. Or you can have it for dinner with some crackers, or afternoon snack with some crackers. I sometimes like to add some corn in it, but my husband doesn't, so I'll just add it in my own bowl. Or you could just add some tomatoes as well. Another way of making some filling food with this is to boil some rice, and once it's cooled down, mix this with rice, and you can add a little bit of mayo if you want as well, but it's not essential. Salt and pepper, and again I like to add a little bit of corn in it because I don't know, corn is my favorite, and that it's definitely going to be very filling with all the rice in there. So that's one of them. Now this is hearty lentil with vegetable soup. I know it's a soup, and I'm imagining you can eat it as that. I've bought a few minestrone soup cans because I really like them. But you could add this as well to any type of stew casserole dish, just to give it a bit of flavor and some more filling with the veggies and stuff. So if you make like something in a slow cooker will go really well. If you want to make some sort of a slow cooked beef or something, any other dish that you make with meat, but that it's more like a casserole dish, then you can just add this to it. I'm gonna sneeze. I need to pause. Chickpeas. I think chickpeas are vegetarians' loved food. My daughter loves chickpeas, so you can basically add it to any type of meal to add some filling to it. Like if you're low on meat, you can add chickpeas or lentils to it. But I normally make a chickpea salad, and that's just I just drain these and just give it a rinse because I really don't like that sauce they live in. And just maybe dice some onion, preferably red onion. Maybe You can add some capsicum, or you can add some cucumber to it. But if you don't have that, you don't have to. Or you can spice it up with some avocado if this is something that you have in your pantry at the moment. And yeah, just add some oil and salt and pepper. Sometimes I like to add a little bit of Vegeta. And I know some people ask, what's Vegeta? Vegeta is this gourmet stock. It's loose, and I add it for flavor in my dishes, just like I would add some salt. I'll just add a little bit of this to my cooking. It doesn't have to be like stock. All right, so I'll add a little bit of this with salt and pepper, and there you go, salad. There's another way that you can use, there's different other ways that you can use chickpeas. You could use it as substitute for meat, and you can make curry with it. I had another thing here on the list. Yeah, curry. I'm going to add a link with a nice curry chickpeas recipe. Okay, lentils, another basic that could be added to any dish. You can make lentil curry, so just replace the meat with lentils and just follow whatever favorite recipe you have. You can make potato lentil soup. I'm pretty sure you could find some good recipes on the internet for that. You can use it in stews instead of meat. It's a really good replacement, and my kids actually like it. The bulbs are really small, and they're not like, oh my god, what's this? Because usually any other type of beans or peas or something like that, they're like, oh my god. Whereas this usually mostly disintegrates in the sauce. Or you can make lentil bolognese. If your family likes to have bolognese but you don't have enough meat, or you don't have any meat at all, you can make lentil bolognese. Now, for the peas cans, you can either have peas and carrots or just peas by themselves. There's a basic recipe that we have in our country that actually can use all sorts of other types of vegetables. It could be potatoes, or I don't know, any other vegetables that you want. But at the moment I have peas and carrots or garden peas in my pantry, and I can make a super easy dish. It doesn't have to have meat in it, but it can have meat in it. So the base, it's like, it has like a basic thing. It's saute some garlic and onion, and make some stock on the side. You can add a little bit of a bay leaf to it if you want. And after you saute the garlic and onion, drain this of that juice that I have in it. Again, like I said, I like to give them a rinse. Put this on top, and then add the stock, and then add 1 or 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and then you add salt and pepper or whatever other spices you like to add to it. It could be anything. It could be paprika, it could be chili, it could be anything that you would like to have, and let it boil until the stock reduces. And then you can just make a little bit of starch, which is corn flour and water, and you can add to this to thicken the sauce. And you can have this as is with a little bit of bread. It could be pane di casa, or just crust bread, or your everyday sliced bread. Or you could just add some mashed potatoes to it, or maybe some I don't know, sweet potatoes, boiled potatoes, or something like that. Anything like that, just to add to the dish. This recipe, I make it in my household with potatoes, just like your normal potatoes. I'll just boil them like I would normally do, but first I'll just do the saute garlic and onion. I normally use the fat, or you can use butter, you can use oil, and then add the chopped potatoes. They have to be in small cubes, and then just boil it with the stock. Don't add tomato paste with the potatoes straight away, because that means the potatoes won't go soft. For some reason, tomatoes or anything, tomato paste or anything, until the potatoes are cooked properly, they'll make the potato hard. So just put the tomato paste at the end, and then you can add a few slices of, I don't know, sausage in it. You can fry some sausage on the side and add a few slices to it and just serve that. And it could be soupy or it could be a little bit more thick. It's totally up to you. So that's something very basic, but yeah, it'll get you through another dinner day. Okay, polenta. You could have polenta instead of mashed potato to any of these dishes, apart from the spaghetti, I suppose, apart from the bolognese thing. But yeah, you could just make polenta, and you could serve it with a little bit of tasty cheese, shredded tasty cheese, and make a fried egg, and that works well. Or you can add some bacon to it if you're into it, or you could just serve it as a side dish instead of mashed potato, because potatoes can be expensive, but this is not, and just serve it on the side. Oh, there was another can that I don't have here now. Okay, mushrooms in a can. Now, I usually buy the sliced mushroom in butter sauce because I add this as a filling to any dish, and the butter sauce, it's probably a bit seasoned, and it adds some taste to my dish. But you can obviously use normal mushrooms. Anyway, so this dish goes very well with polenta. And it's very easy to make. You just have to, again, saute in a little bit of butter, some onion and garlic, and then put any other seasoning that you like. You can add a bay leaf to it, any other seasoning that you want to it, and add the mushrooms and just saute until they kind of like, I mean, these mushrooms, I suppose, in the can, they're already cooked, but just, yeah, saute to get all the flavors for all the ingredients that you put in it. So you can use some sour cream and keep mixing it well. Maybe add a little bit of the starch thing to thicken it, and then season it with salt and pepper, and then you serve it with polenta as just a vegetarian dish for one night. Another thing that I have here is fruit in a can. If you have any fruit in the fridge, you can add this to it and make like a fruit salad for the kids. They will really like it. If you have a little bit of cream on top or anything like that, you can add to it, make it all spicing it up. But yeah, otherwise you can just have canned fruit and make it fruit salad. Semolina, I use this for like a dessert dish that I make, and I'm going to add a link with, or I'm going to add the recipe either on my Facebook page or maybe on this video below. So yeah, this is really easy to make, but it does take a little bit of semolina. Okay, in terms of desserts, there's another thing that you can make. Of desserts, you could use some instant milk powder and just add some cocoa powder to it, and then put on the stove, make like a sugary syrup, add it to this, and make it like a pasty thing, and then layer this on like a pan, and then top it up with this and put it in the fridge, and that's one dessert done. And then you can do another thing with, it's like, you know, like a banana bread, but this is like a cocoa walnut bread, but it's really nice and fluffy. It takes some white eggs, you have to split it up just like you would make meringues, and then yeah, add some flour to it and fold it nicely, and then you add some cocoa and some walnuts and you bake that. So I'm going to try to add these recipes on my Facebook page. Okay, so I think that's about it from me. If you have any other ideas on how to use canned food, yeah, please let me know either on my Facebook page or on the hill. Try to find it. Thank you. Bye.